This game preview is brought to you by Manscaped's Foot Duster Foot Deodorant. Say goodbye to stinky foot funk with this essential deodorant spray. Head over to manscaped.com and use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. The Foot Duster Foot Deodorant by Manscaped. The best protection anyplace below the waist.
The San Francisco 49ers head to Minnesota to take on the Vikings in this matchup. This is going to be two teams that, once again, do not like each other. They've been practicing all week long, absolutely hating each other. AJ, what are you looking forward to in this matchup?
So it was an exciting play last week with Danny Gray and Trey Lance. Danny Gray and Lance Trey. I'm just all over today with these messed up names. But I'm looking to see if that connection can provide more substance. Like, sure, the long touchdown is great, but are we gonna see multiple receptions? Are we gonna see you work in the middle of the field? Are we gonna see Trey Lance throwing to all fields? We know the running prowess is there. We know the deep ball is there. He's going to keep giving people confidence that he can actually play this position and why he was drafted 3 overall, despite not seeing a lot of tape in the last 2 or 3 years. So when it comes to San Francisco, I'm looking for the connection from Trey Lance and his best receivers. And then I will let our wonderful Aaron Meeks take the Viking side if he would like.
Yeah, do we have an update? Like, is Kirk Cousins out still, COVID and stuff? He's not playing, right?
I've been trying to find that, and I have not been
able
to.
Well, either way, I think we get to see another Kellen Mond experience. And I told you that I didn't think this guy was an NFL quarterback anymore, and it's sad because I really liked him coming out of college. And I'll probably be wrong because everybody I bash seems to do well after I bash him. So, except for Carson Wentz, he's a turd. But anyways, I digress. I am looking to see what the quarterback position looks like outside of Kirk Cousins. I think this is a big year because Kirk Cousins is only back on a 1-year deal. Like, he's not long-term answer for Minnesota Vikings as of yet, but he can prove that. Or you see guys like a Kellen Mond or somebody else step up and maybe they say, you know what, we can go in a different direction. I know they didn't draft Kellen Mond necessarily to be the next guy. They had hopes, but it wasn't like he was a high investment. So they're kind of still evaluating that position. But this team is too good to be at the top of the draft unless without trading, and they're not good enough to really compete usually at the end of the season. So you're kind of in this middle ground where it's like we either have to completely move on from a Kirk Cousins or we buy all into Kirk Cousins and just surround him with the best team possible. So can Kellen Mond be somebody that they look at and say, that guy can be our future? I don't see it. I'll say it again. I don't see it. I didn't see it week 1 of the preseason. I didn't see it last year when he was able to get in there. And I think that trend continues against a tough 49ers defense. They always play tough. I think you're going to see that today. And, yeah, really it's just about the quarterback play for the Minnesota Vikings. Everything else on the offensive side of the football, they're going to be really good. Obviously, they have questions on defense, and some of those young guys need some playing time. But I'm more looking at Kellen Mond and what happens at the quarterback position.
Fun fact for you, gentlemen, Trey Lance, the Minnesota native, returns obviously home. He went 23 of 33 this week in the joint practices with the 49ers. There's your preseason or training camp stat of the week.
I did want to bring up, because you keep saying, like, they hated each other. You know, most of the camp reps, when things start to be fights and stuff, a lot of this is young guys trying to earn a spot, right? And they're they got a lot of testosterone. They don't like being beat. They don't like, all that. That's a lot of the emotional stuff. You don't see these 35-year-old veterans out there fighting because they're like, man, we don't even like camp. These young guys are eager to get out there, eager to show something. Yeah. And that's usually how the fights start, is that all that shit talking. So I don't know that these two teams don't like each other. It's not some heated.
Come on, we gotta add story somewhere.
But in training camp, I think we can look at all 32 teams in training camp and find a fight somewhere.
That's true. Yeah.
That's actually what training camp is for.
Yeah,
for the guys,
because you can't fight in the regular season. You can't do none of that shit. In the NFL, like we talk about it all the time, the NFL, do you see fights on the field? There's never really like it happens. There's been fights on the field.
Jalen Ramsey, who was it? Who was it with Cortland Finnegan from the Jags? Shit, I can't remember.
Andre Johnson's
Andre Johnson, that was it.
But we've had AJ Green and Jalen Ramsey. What I'm saying is they happen. But if you look at the sport of football and how physical it is, let's just compare it to hockey. How physical it is. Hockey allows fighting. There's fights every game. Like you go watch a weekend of hockey, you can. There's a bunch of fights. A weekend of football, you're not getting a fight. It might happen once maybe twice every other year. Like, it's not something that happens a lot. You get pushing and shoving, but really fisticuffs, Myles Garrett to Mason Rudolph's head, it doesn't happen all the time. So
Whack-a-mole, whack-a-mason, whack-a-mason.
CJ Gardner-Johnson punches somebody and they just eat it like
yeah.
so
DK
funny.
Metcalf and whoever trying to go at it.
Give me the Niners here, 19-14 Niners. AJ.
Yep.
Aaron. It doesn't matter.
I'll also take the Niners 23-14.
I'll take the Niners as well, 26-17.